So I was born October 7th, 1974. But tomorrow, I turn 26. I don't remember much anymore. Of the first 24 and a half years of my life. I mean, I remember some things. They come and go as like flashes. I can't think into it, elaborate, try to remember anything about it. Immediately after I had my surgery, April 30th, 99, I couldn't recall the previous 3 years of my life. And for the next 2 years after my surgery, I have next to no recognition. If that's the right word, I don't know. You know, it started when I was, I don't know, 6 or 7. My sister had a yellow skateboard that I got on top of the hill and thought I could figure out how to ride it. And I got going down the hill and then I crashed and landed head first into the gravel and asphalt. I had rocks stuck in my head. Then getting thrown off the teeter-totter when I was little. Landing on my head. I've had many wrecks on a bicycle hitting my head. I've had stitches 3 or 4 times in my head from where I cracked my head open. My short to medium term memory, whatever that transfer is to put it into deeper memory, I don't have it much at all anymore. You know, I can't tell if I've eaten during the day. My brain registers if I'm hungry and I'm full, it registers the same sensation. Something that simple. It's sad when I think about it. But you know, it's the life I have. I try to make the most of it. I have a wonderful wife that It's the most amazing woman I've met. There's no question about that. She has her little quirks, and I love them. But there's something in her that, man, I really connect with, and she makes me forget my pain sometimes. I love you, honey. You know, I have to sit down now because my neck's not very stable. And if I don't get into like the right cushioning at the right spot, I get sick to my stomach. My head spins real bad. I can't walk. So I gotta have something to support my head, and I haven't found a couch I can sit on. Big one, little one. None of them support my head at the right positioning, so I have to sit and watch TV on my bed, which sucks because I'd rather sit with my wife in the living room to watch TV. There's some random thoughts that are going through my head, and I'm sure some of them may get interesting here. I don't know how long I'm going to record this for, but there's things I had planned to say, but I forgot what I was going to say, so I guess I'll just ad-lib. For those that don't know, I have Arnold-Chiari malformation type 1. It's an overgrowth of the cerebellum down into the frame and magnum or magnum frame, and I forget which way it is. The opening of the skull. It goes down and it blocks the flow of spinal fluid because the cerebellum is where it's not supposed to be. It has bad headaches, real bad headaches, balance problems, clumsiness, that kind of thing. I wish I never would have had the surgery. I had 2 grand mal seizures, first time ever. Well, I remember the night both of those happened. I don't remember what happened during them, but I remember where I was. I'd come home from work when the first one happened. I was working with my buddy Sam. I have some fond memories of that time frame, 95, 96, but anything after that, I'm mid 96 is where my memory just totally took a shit. Yeah, 96. That's when my headaches really started getting bad. I met the wrong people, hung around the wrong people. which led me to meeting all the right people in my life. So I don't regret the path that I had to get to where I am now. I just wish my surgery never happened. I'd rather have dealt with the headaches I was having before. Let's see, since my surgery, I had my headaches, they were bad before my surgery. But they got really, really bad immediately before my surgery. I found out on a Monday that I had Arnold-Chiari malformation after going repeatedly in and out of the emergency room after I had that first grand mal seizure back in 98. That was back when, what was it, bacterial meningitis was going around. I had all the symptoms, but I had no fevers. I didn't know what the heck was wrong with me. Until I went to the ER. At Memorial Hospital in Jacksonville, and I didn't have a good spinal tap. Lumbar puncture. I'm getting ahead of myself here. I went to St. Vincent's Hospital here in Jacksonville after my second grand mal seizure, and that's when meningitis was going around. They thought that's what I have. So while I was there, I got stuck. I call it stuck, but I had, I don't know if it was a new doctor in neurology or ER, I don't know, but she had to stick me 5 times, 5 lumbar punctures in order to get fluid or something. I don't remember all the details, to be honest with you. But I remember getting stuck 5 times, and I remember they gave me some medicine that it made me go to sleep for a couple hours on my side so that my punctures could seal so I wouldn't leak spinal fluid out of my back. And that was great, but I didn't get any better. And I was in and out. My headaches got real bad after my lumbar punctures. And I was in and out of the hospital so much, I swear, they treated me like a drug addict. And they just didn't understand. And then I was at home one day before my surgery, and I couldn't stand up. I lost all the feeling from my waist down. I got sent, I called my family doctor, and they sent me immediately to Memorial Hospital. And I had another lumbar puncture done there, and I remember a couple things about that day. It's the day that actually changed my life for better and for worse. I take them both. I've had many ups and downs, many fond memories, many sad memories along the way, but this day, I'll remember the nurse that was talking to me. She was a Jacksonville Jaguar Roar cheerleader. I'll never forget it. And I think the doctor did that on purpose to take my attention away from him about to alter my life forever. So remember when I had those 5 times that they stuck me, they drugged me, and so I couldn't move. I was walking to my car in 57 minutes from having my lumbar puncture taken. done, whatever they call it. And I didn't understand. I had mentioned to my doctor that my back, it was damp a little bit, not a lot, just a little dampness. And they're like, hey, we can give you a blood patch. But I was like, there's no, nobody's sticking anything else into my spine again to seal it up and make it clot up and close. I didn't understand what I was being told. It's my fault. At this point, I didn't know anything about Kiara yet. Well, anyway, I went home 57 minutes after having that 6th puncture within a couple weeks. I couldn't tell you how many days it was after that day. I honestly have no recollection whatever about what happened after that until I got back to the fact that I lost feeling from my waist down. I couldn't stand up. I called my doctor, my family doctor, and told him what was going on, and he immediately called Memorial Hospital and said, I got a patient coming. And they sent me over there, and I got put in minor care section. And while I was sitting there, the doctor was a neurologist. He had a British accent. I wish I would remember what his name was, but it's one of the few doctors I can say I actually can trust. I'm sorry, I don't have a lot of trust in doctors after what I've been through with them, but he was there, he looked at my report, and by this time I had had multiple MRI, CT scans, looking at my head, trying to figure out what was going on, because my headaches would not stop. I have cluster headaches and chronic migraines today. And the headache I get from my complex partial seizures, that I have post-surgery is nothing compared to those headaches. But anyway, back to the British accent and doctor, which, man, I can... Yeah, all I can see is him holding a clipboard. He came around and was doing his rounds, and he came across me, not expecting me to be in the area that I was in based on the symptoms that I was describing. But he took one look at my MRI scans, and he said, "Hey, I think I know what's wrong with you." I said, "Really?" He said, "Yes." He said, I'm getting it confirmed, but I'll follow up with your doctor. This was on a Friday. So they kept me in the hospital that weekend, and Monday came, and they brought a neurologist in. It's like, oh, cool. He's explaining it. They're like, yes, you have a condition known Arnold-Chiari malformation. 24 years old. My baby girl was 6 weeks old on this date, exactly. and I'm told that I got a 50-50 shot of surviving the condition that I had because I had a pretty severe case where my cerebellar tonsils had grown and were essentially pulled down from the rapid cerebral spinal fluid loss that had exacerbated my issues. And I was given a day to think about what I wanted to do. This was on a Monday, I think, whatever Monday was of 99 in April, before the 30th. 30th was Friday. So that must be the 24th or 25th of April. And Wednesday came. That's when we met with the neurosurgeon. And that's where I found out that there was a 50-50 shot that I was going to make it through that. You know, that scared the daylights out of me at 24 and a half years old. But the promise was that my headaches would go away. Not immediately, but eventually. You know, there wasn't a lot of talk of, hey, has there been any head trauma? Because my headaches really stemmed from all the head trauma I had as a kid and teenager and early adult life, 20, 21, 22. Nothing got better. Everything got worse. Nobody believed me. I don't seek sympathy now, and I didn't seek it then. Some people still didn't believe after I had the decompression surgery. A lot of my hopes and dreams were crushed that day. Found out I'm allergic to morphine. I'm allergic to codeine and anything that has codeine in it. I bit my tongue so bad, I nearly bit the damn thing off. It swelled up so bad. And my head was hurting so bad, I kept hitting the button. Like constantly, but it only comes out administered every so often. Every time you gave me the dose, it made the headache worse. What I'm about to say, I swear to goodness I experienced this. People can call it whatever they want to call it. I don't know, I'm just going to describe it. People can say what they want. But I watched myself get operated on. Though I didn't know it was me. I remember seeing my head cut open, pulled apart. I could hear talking, but I couldn't tell you what they were saying. Yeah. I became a believer that day. A believer in there was something out there bigger than me. Took me 13 years trying to figure it out, but I've looked at life totally different. The last 12 years. I tried to see the good in everything, but I know there's bad in almost everything. I'm not a fool. I know the evils of this world. I've seen it. I gotta move on. I've met some really awesome people along the way that I would truly call friends, and there aren't many of them. Robert, T. Sean, Teal, Troy, Mark, Matt, Zebo. Yeah, I'm not forgetting you. I'm not even going to say the name because I know you're going to watch this and be like, hey, you forgot me, but I didn't forget you. I promise you, I have not forgotten. Carlos. Bruce, you've been a real big lifesaver to me over these, over 3 decades we've known each other. Almost 4 decades coming up soon. I miss my twin brother. No, he didn't pass or nothing. He just moved far away. And I met a very interesting gentleman here lately. Aaron, you rock, man. I really appreciate meeting you here over the past couple months. I know this is long, but if I don't say this, I'll forget. And I'm already forgetting the things that I want to say, and just random things are popping up that I've needed to and wanted to talk about. I will say this, though. I'm no fan of the big pharma. But if any drug has a potential side effect of having a seizure, it's not worth taking. The only people that think it's okay worth having are those that don't have seizures. I wish my wife wasn't working tonight. I have a new type of headache. And I'm going to describe this the best that I can. And I don't know if this is because I've had headaches my whole life. Because I've had headaches almost my entire life that I've learned how to deal with them. I can suppress a lot of the pain. But when something changes, I know. I can... It feels like something is like pulling my eyeball. It's like stretching my optical nerve. These are the moments that I'm trying to preserve so that I don't forget what I went through. I have a lot of these videos, but I haven't dared upload any of them. I'm sorry. Oh. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm still recording. I don't think I felt. I don't know why this is recording.